So y'all have to explain this to me. Like, is this just Southern girl dealing with the snow? Like, is that what this outfit is?
Yeah.
Because literally, you're both in Carhartt beanies, you're both in hoodies,
I said it's my beanie.
you're both in leggings, and you're both in combat boots. And then flannel jackets.
Yeah, jackets. These are warm.
So that just has to be, it's got to be how Southern girls deal with snow.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for.
Hello. Huh?
We're feeding you very fancy food.
You're feeding me very fancy food?
Yeah.
You're feeding me all bougie like?
Yeah.
Okay. So hello vlog. Clearly I've made it to Casa de Happy for now.
Yeah.
Flight was good. I had a window seat and there wasn't anybody sitting in the middle. And then the other person on the other end was a very quiet and not smelly individual. So my flight was fantastic. There were some weird things like with snow and ice because it's snowy and icy here in Tennessee and it was snowy and icy in Utah as well. So there's been some things with that between the two airports, but otherwise it's been fantastic. My entire flight, all I did was read. I didn't feel like watching anything, so I just sat and read 3/4 of Midnight Ruin, which is freaking-tastic. It might be one of my favorites in the entire series at this point. And there's a lot to it. The macro plot is amazing. We have been waiting on Eurydice and Karen's story for a very long time. And then we have Orpheus, who has done bad, but needs to make it right. And so Orpheus is also in the picture, and all three of them as a picture is amazing. Like, I am obsessed with this. I am so excited. So I'm loving it. So there's a quick reading update for you. But here's kind of the rundown of how this vlog is going to go. So I got into Nashville tonight. And there's an Izzy. Hi. So originally we were going to road trip into Kentucky on Friday, but weather-wise it was safer and better to drive tomorrow. So we're going to go to Kentucky tomorrow. And we're going to meet up with Mae. So you'll get some This Past Romance here. By the way, if y'all aren't subbed to her, she's linked down below. Same with Izzy. Y'all should be subbed to Izzy. Like, I talk about both these humans a lot because they're two of my favorite humans on this planet. So if you are not subbed to them and you adore me, you will also adore them. So please go check them out. So while we're there, we're going to do lots of reading and Ted Lasso time. We're going to do some book shopping. So I'm going to kind of take you around to those. And then on Saturday, we are going to the Katee Robert signing at the Joseph Beth in Kentucky. So very excited about that. Very, very excited. Mostly because I just want to say to Katee Robert that she's an amazing human. And I love what she does, you know. And I'm like, stamp my book, please, because I know you have hand problems, so please don't worry about signing my physical book. I just need a stamp because I just wanted to tell you you're amazing. And then I'm going to go to the place called Buc-ee's that I know nothing about other than it's like a local staple, and Izzy and Mae are like, you have to go to Buc-ee's. It's a Texas thing, I guess. I've never been to Texas either. Eventually I will make it to Texas. I've just never been yet. And then we'll come back. We'll drive back Sunday morning. And then we'll do some stuff around here. And then on Monday, we're going to go to the used bookstore that we went to last time and I did a lot of damage at, called McKay's. And while there, we're also going to meet up with Bizarre Individuals. I'm just meeting up with everybody out in this area while I'm here that I know. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting vlog where you're going to see lots of other creators that I love and adore. So it's going to be a good time. So we're just kind of chilling. Izzy is making bougie chicken cordon bleu food for dinner. So that's what we'll have. And we'll probably just read, watch some Ted Lasso and chill here tonight. Because I don't have Apple TV. So I have not seen all of The Lasso. So my friends who introduced me to The Lasso last time I came are going to make sure I get through the rest of it. So it's going to be a lot of that this weekend. But honestly, like this week that I'm here, it's more just to hang with my friends than anything. Yeah, we're going to be doing things too, but it's mostly just about coming to spend time with them. So focus on my face, please. Thank you. Alrighty, so I have officially finished Midnight Ruin. And it is my favorite Dark Olympus book thus far. I thrived in this book. I thought it was so good. And the whole dynamic between Eurydice, Charon, and Orpheus, like, really worked for me. Because you could see what each person in the triad got from the relationship. Like, they got something from each of the other two partners. And the way that they all worked together in and outside the bedroom was perfection. And the fact that they all question whether it would work long term, I think is good. Because in that kind of a situation, you do wonder those things, especially when you're first starting to make things work. Those are very natural and normal reactions to have. And just the way that they all took turns kind of dominating the moment and being a little like domineering, and then they all took turns being submissive. Like, I really liked how that worked with their dynamic, because the moments where the flops happened made complete sense for all the characters. So all of it is brilliant, and the macro plot explodes in this book. Oh my gosh. I understand why Katie was very much like, don't talk spoilers with this book, because, oh my gosh, the spoilers would be insane. I will not spoil this, even though I want to, because I desperately want to talk to people about this. But it is so good. If you have not been reading the Dark Olympus series, I do recommend it. It is a solid book. It is a solid series. I really enjoy it. And even like in Katie's acknowledgments at the end, she didn't expect this series to blow up the way it has. And it just continues to get better and better. And I love it so much. And it's just so good. It's so, so good. I can just sit here and say it's good forever. But I think this is my second 6-star of the year. I really do. The question is, will it stand up? I'm going to sit on it for a few minutes, because I had to sit on role-playing for a minute as well, decide between it was a 5 or a 6. So once I make that decision, I'll let you know. But I'm 95% sure it's going to be a 6, because I was obsessed with it. I did not want to put it down. It was very, very good. 10 out of 10. Recommend the series. Please read it. I can't wait to discuss this live show with everybody else that we did it with Chapter 3 podcast. Chapter 3 podcast is done now, but we still want to do live shows for the series. So we need to get that scheduled, because I need to talk about this book stat. Like, oh my heck, oh my heck, oh my heck. And I highlighted passages, like, oh, it was so good. It was so, so good. Okay, I'm going to stop saying it's so good. I'm going to go now. Okay, bye. So it is now about 10 o'clock. We're kind of winding down for bed, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to catch you guys up on the other 2 books that I've read since we last chatted. So first one should have technically been in the last wrap-up that I gave you, but I forgot to talk about it. So that is In a New York Minute by Kate Spencer. So this one was really cute. I'm like 2 years behind in reviewing this. I am trying to work through a bunch of my older NetGalleys this year so I can kind of get caught up. So I'm trying to read a newer one and an older one. that kind of stuff, kind of balance it that way. So in this one, it's basically a disastrous meet cute, or a meet disaster as they say, where she's just lost her job. She's on the subway train, she gets her dress caught, and it rips down the back. And this nice guy on the subway ends up offering her his jacket so that she's not showing her butt to the world. And someone like live reacts to it essentially and creates this like fated mates love story out of it. So they end up kind of going viral, and they think they'll never meet again, and she's never going to be able to give him back his jacket because he wouldn't give her any information to give it back. And then they kind of are forced to run into each other, and it's cute. I would give it like a 3.5. It's not a new favorite by any means, but it wasn't bad or offensive. You can tell that it's kind of a debut book. I would read from Kate Spencer again. There was just some clunkiness in the writing, and I think that was my hesitation with it, but overall, it's a love letter to New York City. There are little references to the city that if you live there or if you visited there often, you would probably understand better even than me, but I caught some of them, and it was really sweet and really cute. So if the whole going viral and ending up a couple kind of thing appeals to you, I do think this one's pretty good at it. Again, I think because it was a debut, it just kind of had some things that needed to work out. So again, I would read it again. I don't know that I would read this book again, but I would read from this author again. And if you love New York City, I think it's worth a read. So the other book that I read is book 4 in the Bridge Kingdom series, which is The Endless War. So this wraps up Karis's love story, but this is so deep in a series, I can't tell you too much. Other than Danielle Jensen, I'm glad she's taking the time to write these right. I think there were some parts that could have been edited down a little bit maybe to make it a little more concise, but otherwise I think the story flowed really well and it told the story it wanted to tell. It is left open in a way that could continue on in the series in a couple of different directions. So I'm down for that if that's what Danielle Jensen wants to do. I really love this world, and I really love the characters that we're already attached to. So I am very excited to see where this is going to go from here. We love our heroine growing a backbone, standing up to her bullies, and we love our hero standing up to his bullies as well. So this was really well done, really well thought out, really well plotted as well. Like, I flew through this. I think I read it in 2 sittings, and it's fairly long, so I would definitely recommend checking this one out. And then today I finished Midnight Ruin. I've been ruminating on it for hours. It's feeling like a 6-star. I'm still going to sleep on it and let you know. But yes, I am very much excited, and my reading has been very good. So I am currently reading, I'm doing my reread of All Roads Lead Here. I'm not too far into it. I wanted to be much further than this right now, but I'm probably going to work on this a little bit tonight. Physically to read, I do have a couple of things. So I didn't pull it out of my bag, but I do have volume 5 of The Haunted Bookstore. I was supposed to be done buddy reading this with Lindsay. I've been the worst buddy reading partner the last couple weeks. Work has been crazy. And then I have 2 other light novels that I'd love to get to while I'm here, and that's volume 5 of My Happy Marriage and volume 2 of Bride of the Barrier Master. So very excited about these. These will be kind of like sit and read quick books. So I need to do my Rock Chick reading as well. There's quite a bit of reading that I'm probably still going to get done on this trip. Record.
Wow, is that not real? I have
I do that so many times.
post for thumbnails, realized I didn't hit record.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Okay,
Anyways,
now I have to be weird again.
hello. Good morning.
Sorry.
It is now Thursday the 18th, and we are headed to the gas station to top off and to get snacks, and got to get the Diet Coke because we need the Diet Coke. And then we're going to head to Mae over in Kentucky, and it's going to be a fun little road trip, side trip on this trip, and I'm very excited. It's going to be a good time. We're just gonna go to Mae's, and we might do some collab stuff tonight. That or we're gonna go to Cheesecake Factory. We haven't figured it out yet. It's weather pending, essentially. So once we get there, we're gonna spend some time tonight, and then we're gonna do some fun like book shopping kind of stuff tomorrow. Again, weather pending. So the biggest thing is we wanted to make sure we got there for the Katee Robert thing on Saturday because weather.
We have freezing rain now.
Yes,
Freezing rain.
There's an Izzy driving for us. So I get to be passenger princess today. Just kidding. I'm passenger princess when I come out here, but if they ever come out to me, like, they would be passenger princess. It's just how it works. So yes, we're gonna stop here at the racetrack, which is a brand of gas station that's not anywhere near me, so this will be fun. And we are going to head out. So yay, very, very excited. Hello. So we have made it to Casa de This Past Romance, aka Mae's house. And we're all just like settled in here. We are gonna go get some Cheesecake Factory, and we're probably just gonna have a super chill night here. So I'm very much looking forward to that. So tonight's just a chill night because it was unexpected. So we'll probably watch some Ted Lasso. We'll probably read. My next ebook that I have picked out is Duchess by Midnight. I just barely started this. I don't even think I'm through the first chapter yet. This is one of my older NetGalley arcs. I am trying to alternate between a newer one and an older one. So I'm working through a lot of my older ones this year, as well as working through the ones that are newer and more current. So I'm trying to find a better balance with what's going on NetGalley. I still have too many, let's be real. It's a pretty simple setup at this point, nothing too crazy. I'll come back with more thoughts later once I'm deeper in, but I don't have too much to say other than the heroine's name is awful. She goes by Drew. We're going to get food, and we're going to hang, probably watch some Lasso. We're just getting Cheesecake Factory to go. We're not going to, like, sit there and eat because it's crazy busy. And then we'll come back, we'll get comfy, and have just a cozy night in. So very much looking forward to that. On the drive here, Izzy and I listened to the first half of Rock Chick, which is the official first book in the Rock Chick series. We are doing that read along, and the live show is next week when I get back. So the live show will have happened by the time you're seeing this. So I'll leave it linked in the corner. I think it's this corner. In the corner is where it will be linked. And it is very dated and of its time, but man, it is like just wild and bonkers enough that I'm having a great time with it. And there are some dated things said and some dated tropes. So if you go in giving it some grace because it is a product of its time, I think you can really enjoy it. But if you expect it to be held up to the standard of things today, yeah, no, it's not going to pass. It's not going to pass muster. So our hero is pretty aggressive. Our heroine is acting super stupid and super dumb and getting into ridiculous situations that it feels like to almost torture the hero. So I'm going to save more of my thoughts. Like, I'm not going to say too much in this vlog, but check out the live show. All of our thoughts will be shared there. There's a whole group of like 6 of us that are reading these. But we're going to talk about all the dated things that just like slap you in the face with nostalgia. So that's kind of where we're at. And yeah, we'll see you in the next clip, I guess.
You can't see Shae at all.
No, not at all.
We just had snow dumped on us. As we walked out the Walmart, I'm very cold. Stopped recording. Go ahead.
It was not doing this when we went into the Walmart.
It was spitting.
And now it is.
But now it's really
It is snowing.
Yeah. So we're headed home to watch 1 to 4 inches accumulate in the next 12 hours.
Welcome to the Utah person bringing snow with her.
She did. We told her that too. But we're also going to go watch Ted Lasso.
We are.
because-
You'll see it in a bit. Would you like to intro what is about to happen?
Yes. So, while we were at the Walmart, I asked Mae, what is Ale 8? So it's like this weird Kentucky version of ginger ale. And so she is going to present it to me and I'm going to sample it for y'all. Mm-hmm. And she made it all fancy in a wine glass.
One is regular L8 and one is diet L8. Or L8 Zero is what they call it.
Do you know which is which?
I think that one's the diet one.
This one's the
That's what you're
diet.
supposed to guess.
I'm really not sure, so she really is going to have to.
Okay. I'll take whatever you don't drink of the regular.
All right, so we're going to try this. We're going to see if I like it. Mae says it tastes like swamp water, so we'll see.
Izzy loves it,
I
so
love
it's a toss up.
I've had worse. It's not bad.
It's a very different ginger ale.
It is essential. I don't like ginger ale.
Right.
So that's why I don't like
But to
it.
me, it doesn't taste like ginger ale at all.
Okay, see, I think it tastes like a weird ginger ale.
It tastes like a weird ginger ale.
Like, I can understand getting a ginger ale.
I wonder if you're drinking the diet or because I only drink the regular. I don't
I have
see
For me,
both in
I
there,
feel
too.
like if a ginger ale and a cream soda had a baby,
a little bit.
that's kind of
Yeah.
what this
Yes.
is. Okay.
Do you think that's diet or full sugar?
I don't know. I'm going to compare it to
Okay.
this, and then I can tell you.
I can taste the sugar on my teeth.
Oh, this is the full sugar.
Okay. So, I only drink the full sugar because I think it.
I
tastes
honestly
better.
think the zero tastes better, if I'm
interesting.
honest.
Okay, swamp water, right?
I wouldn't say it's swamp water, though.
I would
It's a
say
weird
it's swamp
ginger ale cream
water.
soda.
It's weird.
I am allowed to say that though.
Again.
I do live here.
I think if like a not normally like not just a vanilla cream soda, it's a different flavor of a cream soda, and a ginger ale had a baby.
This is why I
That's what
asked if
this
you had
is.
birch beer.
Hi. So this is the moment where I have to tell y'all to go watch Izzy's vlog because she shows off how much of a moron I really am.
That's why she doesn't go in that bathroom. Because she knows as soon as she walks in and touches that door, she's gonna lock herself in, and that's why she goes to the other one.
Anyway, so there's a fun little counter going on Izzy's vlog. You're welcome for my idiocy.
And you'll have to read the
But quick reading update. So I did decide to DNF A Duchess by Midnight. I could not handle the hero. The hero was an insufferable prick. Like, I cannot. Like, he was disrespectful to everyone on page. Like, even his friends he was super disrespectful to. And it just felt icky, and it was just a no for me. So, I have now decided I'm going to do Lucky Bounce. This is from the new Afterglow line from Harlequin. So that one I've read a few pages of, and already I'm really enjoying the writing style. So I'm very excited. We've watched a lot of Lasso today. So we started at the beginning of season 2 because I had watched the first episode, but I'm like, it's been long enough that I should probably rewatch that one. And now we've watched the first 6 episodes of season 2. So we've got a few more episodes in season 2 that we'll watch tomorrow. And then the goal is to get me through season 3 before I leave. That is the goal. So I will give you all of my thoughts on Ted Lasso in this vlog as well, because I will be finished with the Ted Lasso by then. There are certain characters that I liked in the beginning that I'm now beginning to hate, and others that I hated in the beginning that I'm now beginning to understand better and could potentially grow to love depending on how their story arc goes. So I think that's all I really needed to update you on, other than go watch Izzy's vlog because I'm an idiot, and what I've read. So
I'll throw it away usually.
I was like, it broke, so.
Oh, it did that itself too.
Yeah.
Like it. I was like, whatever.
So hi friends, time to update this vlog. We are now at Friday. As you just saw from my little B-roll clip there, we are still snowed in a little bit. It's not too bad. I mean, in Utah, this is like the norm. Like you would still be expected to go to work and everything, but it's different here. They don't have the plows and the salt and all the stuff that we do. So we're planning on staying in for a while longer. We're hoping to maybe do, I don't think we're going to go to Louisville like we originally planned. Just because of the weather. I think it's supposed to be worse there than it is here. So we're not going to worry about that. But there's a couple local places we wanted to stop by. We wanted to pick up some hair supplies so I could take care of Miss Mae. She wants me to touch up her hair a little bit. Since we've chatted last, I have read more in Lucky Bounce and I'm really enjoying that. I also finished my reread of All Roads Lead Here. That annotation vlog, I believe, is going up after this. That's what my brain remembers. I haven't gotten around to my makeup yet today, obviously, but I am showered. My hair's all fresh. I did trim it before I came, and I really like what she did with my layers, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's like 11:15-ish, 11:30-ish.
It's 11:39.
11:40 according to my phone. And so Mae is going to make me wolf packs. I've never had them before, so this is a new thing for me. So I'm excited. I'm trying all sorts of new things while I'm here. So it's going to be a good time. I'm very excited and having a good time. Probably going to read some more Lucky Bounce. Definitely going to watch more Lasso. And yeah. Once things kind of calm down and it's not actively snowing so much, we'll probably go out. But we're kind of waiting to see what happens with the roads and stuff. So we'll probably head out in a couple hours. But in the meantime, we're just going to chill and hang. Today's kind of just another hang day. We were originally going to be driving in today. I'm glad we're not now. I'm glad we came in yesterday. So I did not sleep great. That is a truth. I had one of my typical insomnia nights, and that's how I got through my roads reread. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. And I love that they're just mom and dad in the kitchen right now, just doing their thing. It's just making me laugh. It's really just, they present themselves online exactly as they are. So again, they're both linked down below. If you're not following them, you definitely should be. And so yeah, this is a very chill trip. When I come on trips like this, it's all about visiting the people I'm coming to see and doing a little bit of bookish stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. So I will let y'all go and we will chat more. Probably once we leave the house or when the wolf packs are done, so I can show you my experience of trying wolf packs.
What happens? Shay is inceptioning. I've already inceptioned her filming, so this is revenge. I do need to show you this. There's a lot of weather happening, but
Hi. Proof that I do occasionally do my makeup. So here you are. I don't do it often, so.
How's my currently butch girlfriend?
Posing sexily with the snow brush.
As she does. What she does.
It's so fun being here. Can I just say, like I said in the last clip, like they really are just like they present themselves online. So like, I think they're more relaxed, but like you get the general vibe from watching their channels. I think it's just because I know you so well, though.
Probably.
I mean, you know, it's fine. It's all good.
But yeah, I will be done up today and done up tomorrow for the Katee Robert event, and I think that's probably going to be as much as I do my makeup on this trip.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to head out. Shopping is officially happening because the snow decided to stop, so we're going to go while it stopped. And then I will see you when we get back, and I will probably film a little mini haul of anything I pick up. I think my biggest pickup this trip is going to be McKay's when we're back in Nashville, but that's kind of where we're at. So y'all have to explain this to me. Like, is this just Southern girl dealing with the snow? Like, is that what this outfit is?
Yeah.
Because literally, you're both in Carhartt beanies, you're both in hoodies,
I said it's my beanie.
you're both in leggings, and you're both in combat boots.
Allergies out.
And then flannel jackets.
Yeah, jackets. These are warm.
So that just has to be, it's got to be how Southern girls deal with snow. Good morning. So it is now Saturday morning. Today is Katee Robert Day. So since I saw you last, we were supposed to be going shopping. So the only place we ended up actually being able to get into was Barnes & Noble. We stopped at a couple of half-price books, but they ended up being closed because of the weather, which is still foreign to my Utah brain, but I get it. You know, they're not a big corporate company. I believe those are all kind of franchised out and smaller. So, you know, someplace like Barnes where a bunch of them have inclement weather all the time, like, we're not going to close for something like that. If it's truly like a safety issue, we'll close early, but we'll still open. So anyway, we were going to do Mae's hair last night, but I was not feeling great. All the not sleeping has finally been catching up with me, so Mae gave me an allergy med to kind of help me sleep, and it knocked me out harder than normal, which is fine. I needed to sleep. But I do want to show you the couple of things I ended up picking up at the Barnes while I was here. I only picked up 3 things, because I think I'm going to save most of my pickups for when I go with Izzy, because that will be closer to when we go to, that'll be after the half prices and after Joseph Beth today. At that point, I'll know better budget-wise what I've got left that I could spend. So I've got A Cat from Our World and The Forgotten Witch. This has been on my list since the second they announced it. I may just even sit and read it this morning. Like, I am so excited that I have this now, that or I'll save it for that Volume 1's Round 2. Another one that I'll probably save for that is Breakfast with My Two-Tailed Cat. So this is about how a talking supernatural cat saves a man from loneliness as they enjoy a peaceful country life and delicious food. So this is supposed to be very slice of life with this giant, like, yokai cat. And I'm just very excited to read it because y'all know me. This is right up my alley. And the last one is Usotoki Rhetoric Volume 4. For some reason, my Barnes hasn't gotten in anything past Volume 3. And I believe Volume 5 is out or should be out soon. So I wanted to make sure I snagged this while I saw it. So, any hoozle. I have a very long list of things I want to pick up. But I also want to see what I can find that's maybe older. While I have access to half-price books and McKays. So, I don't want to just buy new stuff that I can buy at home. So, that's why I'm being kind of selective with what I'm picking up, because it can all wait till next month too. So, there's that. This place is so cute. I really love the layout, and they have a lot of options. Like, they stock up their local indie authors, and they do a lot of really, really cool stuff here. So if you are in Kentucky and you have not been to Joseph Beth, definitely do. It's worth the time. We ate at the little Bronte Bistro. The food was delicious. Oh my goodness. Clearly I need to reapply my lippy because it's all worn off, but it's been fantastic. And literally we're like gonna be 2 rows away from where Katie's sitting, because she's right here. And then we're sitting right here. So we're gonna be like super close. I'm super excited. It's gonna be a good time.
One of us is the best song.
I can't believe they let me write 6 of these books. We're over halfway through Dr. Lucas, and so we're just going to do sort of informal Q&A, and don't be shy. It'll be great. It'll be super great. I won't knock this over. That process, but yeah, I didn't fully know where we were going. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I knew that there was going to be a benefactor of some sort, and I kind of knew who that person was going to be. Find it out in this book, no spoilers. No spoilers. But it takes me twice as long as other books. And right now I'm kind of primarily traditional publishing, and so I would like to say I'll come back in the future, but I don't want to be like, I'll come back in the future, maybe. Like, at this point, just pretend it won't happen. If it does, it'll be a happy surprise.
Hello! We just finished at the Katee Robert event. It was lovely. I think JoBeth did fantastic with this event. They were very organized, very put together. They gave Katee plenty of time to chat and do a Q&A with everybody. And then from there, they had it very organized so people could just come up, chat with Katee briefly, have her stamp the books, because she has hand problems, so she doesn't actually sign them. If you expect her to actually sign them, we might throw hands at each other. But anyways, I was happy to just have her stamp my book again, because these ones came with digital signatures from her that were just printed in, and then she did another stamp. Mostly I just wanted to go up and say hi and that she's an amazing human, and I got an opportunity to do that. I gave her a couple of printed out photo pictures of a couple of her favorite like manga and anime characters, and she was just so sweet and so gracious with all of that, and I just really appreciate how sweet she was with everyone, because I didn't feel like anything with her felt forced. Everything was very genuine in her interactions with people, because we were sitting very, very close to her signing table, so she was able to, like, we got to see her with multiple people, and I felt like she was very genuine with everybody. So I really loved that. It was amazing. If you ever have a chance to go to a signing event with her, I highly recommend you do. She's so funny, just naturally as a human. So all of the answers had their own little quip to them. Again, we asked some off-the-wall things. I got something confirmed for me. I won't say it because it's a spoiler for Midnight Ruin. But Redacted is now officially on page, she said, as of this book. So that tells me who Redacted is, and I am very excited. So if you're in the Katee Robert world and you know about Redacted, you're going to be very excited, I think. So anyways, I am very excited. But we are now going to go to Half Price. And we'll chat more after Half Price. I did pick up a couple of things at JoBeth. So, well, that's what everybody here calls it. It's Joseph Beth Booksellers, but they call it JoBeth here. Hello. So, 'tis late. It's like 12:30 in the morning. And I am very sleepy, but this is the last night I will be sleeping at Mae's house. So, it's been really fun staying here with Mae, getting to know her even better. I feel like I got to know and understand her a lot better. I really adore her and Izzy, have for a very long time, so it's fun to just actually spend time together in person. Tonight we just had a really chill night. Maybe. There we go. So we just had chill night in, watched some Lasso. I did Mae's hair. I think it turned out really pretty. She seems very happy with it, and that makes me happy. That's always my goal when I'm doing hair. If it ends up that she hates it, I'm gonna be real sad, but as far as she's told me, she likes it for now, so very excited about that. And she is adorable, and I still adore her, and I'm very much looking forward to our next visit together. But as of tomorrow morning, Izzy and I are going to load up pretty early, just whenever we get up. We're both pretty much ready to go. We just got to change into our comfy driving clothes and get on the road. Bun up and Dio and all that good stuff, of course. But yeah, it's been really fun. Kentucky's been good to me, and Mae's been good to me, and Izzy's been good to me. Like, I just feel so spoiled coming out and visiting them because they're very sweet. They try to take good care of me, and I appreciate them for that. I treated them to lunch today as a thank you. I mean, it's not going to totally say thank you for everything, of course, but it's my little way. I do little things like that when I travel with friends to try to let them know how grateful I am for them and what they do for me as well. So, but yeah, reading wise, we did start reading Ruby Spencer's Whiskey Year together as a buddy read, but we are all DNFing it. I only got about 30 pages in. Izzy went on a little bit further. And all of our problems with the book just seemed to escalate and not get any better. So we have all collectively decided to not continue at this point. Thankfully, we're going to McKay's on Monday, so I can just trade it back in since we picked it up at half price today. So that won't stay in my rotation of things that I bought because it's going right back out. And that's how... I don't feel bad because we picked it up used. These just looked like they were overstock anyway. They were in perfect condition, but, we still only paid, $8 for them? So we're just going to cycle it right back into the used book community. And then, and then tomorrow, we're not doing too much. We're going to drive back. We might do a Barnes run tomorrow. And then on Monday, when we go into McKay's, we'll meet up with Bazaar. So, yes, meeting up with Bazaar is still happening. Weather's supposed to be pretty dried out and good by then, so it should be a pretty easy drive for them as well. So, yeah, that's kind of an update on the trip, and I'm having a good time. I really am. I'm pretty dang tired, so I'm going to crash out here in just a couple minutes. This clip is probably fairly incoherent for that exact reason. I'm just glad I got my microphone on because there have been multiple clips I filmed where it's not been on at this point. So, yeah. Also, my battery's at about half, and I'd like a little vlogging space for tomorrow, but... yeah, I probably won't vlog too much. Probably just some B-roll on the drive back. I mean, if something funny happens, I'll turn the camera on, but... other than that, we're just going to listen to Rock Chick on the way back, so... Hello.
Something like, would you eat Taco Bell?
Yeah?
Oh,
Why?
because I'm trying to figure out what I'm.
Well, I have Taco Bell all the time at home, so yeah, I would eat Taco Bell.
We love Taco Bell. So Shay knows where Taco Bell.
Well, like, is that something we might do for dinner?
I don't think I'm gonna do Taco Bell for dinner.
I could do Taco Bell for dinner.
Like, again, I'm just kind of in that, we ate really good at Mae's, but I'm not, starving.
Well, it's like I'm not looking to eat super great. I'm just looking for like Taco Bell, something I was gonna pick up. I wanted either, like,
So we've made it back to Casa de Izzy, as you overheard. We're trying to figure out food, and then we are going to go over to her local Barnes, and we're going to pick up some stuff for her. We're going to pick up her Christmas and a couple other things. So that's kind of where we're at there. The drive was great. Things are starting to get warmer and warmer while I'm here, and I've heard it'll be back to normal Tennessee style weather as soon as I leave. So it just always wants to bring the cold with me so I don't have to adjust too hard, I think is what it is. Or like my chances of getting sick are lower. I don't know. Either way, so yeah, I'll bring you along while we go shopping, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Hi, Peas. I've got a Peas right here on the table. So a box that I shipped here for my trade-ins at McKay's, basically more than half of it didn't make it. So that's going to be an ordeal that I'm going to have to deal with later today as well. So I'm going to have to make some phone calls and such, since they didn't like the form that I filled out online. They won't let me submit it. So whatevs. Anyhow, talk to y'all later when I have more things to say to you. Hello friends, so we are back from the Barnes & Noble trip here in Tennessee. We might do another one. We might kind of see how McKay's goes, and if McKay's kind of ends up being a bust, we'll go back to the Barnes and pick up some of the things that we had decided to put down, or maybe they'll have things that weren't there today because they'll have had 2 days to get shipments in before we'd be there again. So I got me a pretty decent stack. I'm very happy with what I picked up. I didn't pick up a lot of new series to me. I was mostly picking up things that I already had or I'd already read and I really enjoyed. So very, very excited to dig into some of these. We'll do a little bit of reading tonight. Izzy ended up getting a couple that I might wait to get, but I would read them before I leave kind of a situation. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. We're probably going to sit and make lists of what we're hoping to find at McKay's tonight as well. And so we had a nice lunch. We went to Whataburger and I got the honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich that's really, really yummy. And then did the shopping, and we did stop by the Books A Million as well. I found a couple of volumes of manga there. They were the first couple I showed you. Shangri-La Frontier has been hard to find where I'm at, and Barnes & Noble seem to not carry them a lot. I almost picked up a bunch of them when we were at Joe Beth yesterday, but I opted to wait and see if I could get them at Barnes. Maybe I can even find some at McKay's. That would be lovely. I'm hoping to also find some Flying Witch at McKay's. But yeah. The rest of this evening is just going to be chill. I think we're just going to eat dinner, watch some One Piece, just kind of chill. And so, yeah, it's been other than the driving, it's been a very chill day. And honestly, the drive wasn't that bad. Oh, we did finish Rock Chick, by the way, which was so fun, so good. We really had a good time listening to it. It is very of its time. And again, I will link the live show where we talk about it more, but I did have a really good time. And I have a Peas here. Hello, Miss Peas. Coming to say hello. She is a cuddly little bean. I love spending some time with the Peas. So I'm going to give her some loves, and I will see you guys later. Hi, friends. So good morning. It is Monday. Monday is McKay's day. We just got the GPS all squared up. So I've got my chauffeur. I am passenger princess today. I've been passenger princess the whole trip. Like, I offered to drive when weather was bad, and Izzy's like, no, I got this. So
I need the experience.
she does. She needs the practice. Because she doesn't get the snow like I do. I get the snow all the time. So, anyways, so McKay's, that's where we're going. We're going to meet up with Bazaar, which I'm so excited about. Because he, like, we've been friends for years now, but we've just not had an opportunity to meet up. And then last time I was here, I got yelled at saying, why didn't you tell me you were going to be in town? I would have met you wherever you are because you're within hours of me at that point. And I said, well, I didn't think about that.
We're similar people with that one.
We are. And so we are now off and going, and so McKay's is more downtown Nashville area, not super downtown, but more downtown.
Outskirts of Nashville, yeah.
Yeah, outskirts of Nashville, but closer to downtown than we are currently. So that's why we are headed there, and so it'll take us about an hour to get there. Our goal is to be there by about 10. You saw me with our buckets for trade-ins, so we're going to trade in. I've got a full crate, and then 1.5 of those is Izzy, 1 is mine. So there's 3 total between the 2 of us, and I am very excited to see what I get for trade-in here. I feel like indie trade-ins that aren't like big giant chains tend to give you better rates than the big chains like Second and Charles. Y'all know my thoughts on the Second and Charles trade-in. Like, we've had this discussion. I've gotten the official math from a former employee, and it is garbage. Like, no. Never.
And it's mood dependent of the employee.
And it's mood dependent of the employee on top of that. So, like, no. Because clearly the people at my local Second and Charles know nothing about manga because they gave me jack squat bare minimum for everything. So, anyways, that's the plan. We are excited. It'll be fun. Bazaar's going to meet us at McKay's. So, I'm very, very excited. It's going to be a good time. And McKay's is huge. It's like 2 floors. I'll take lots of B-roll. So if y'all don't remember from last year's, like, I'm going to take a lot of B-roll again. I'm not going to bring my big camera in because I don't want to be that person. We're going to do it from my phone. So the quality might not be as good.
God forbid we be perceived as content creators in any capacity in public, okay?
And recognized.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I've been there.
Yeah. Been there, done that. It feels weird. But yeah, anyways, very, very excited, and yay, it's just gonna be a good time. Some things I'm looking for at McKay's. This is something I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I'm hoping to find some Kristen Ashley stuff. I would love to find Rock Chick books since we're doing the read along. If not, that's fine. Like, not the end of the world. All of this is not the end of the world. I would love to find some Flying Witch volumes if they've got if they have Shangri-La Frontier in the higher volumes, I will jump up and down and be very happy. Because I've been trying to find 5 and up for a while. I did pick up 6 when we were at BAM yesterday. They had other ones, but I'm like, I don't want to get too far ahead unless I have 5, where I could just like sit and read them all together. So if y'all are interested in a me finishing manga series vlog, let me know down below, because it's something I've been toying with. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at this morning. I'm going to stop rambling at you. We're going to listen to Rock Chick Reawakening, I think. So it's the prequel novella. We're going to listen to that on the drive because we should be able to get through most of it on the drive there and back. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. We excited. Say hi, y'all.
Hi.
It's Bazaar in the flesh. We're in the same vicinity.
Can we redo that one? Let's redo that.
Like in the short part.
How are you having shorts? Hi.
Hi. Friends.
McKay.
Hey.
Bazaar. Happy for now. Friends.
Finally meet in the flesh.
Yes, it's been how many years?
7 years.
7 years.
Yes.
so long.
Sorry, I saw a book, and if I don't grab the book immediately here, guess what? I don't find the book again.
Bless you. I forgot to film my update, so I'm going to do that real fast. Hello. So, I just spent the last half hour, 45 minutes filming my haul from everything I bought while I was here. I've pretty much taken clips of most everything. There might be a couple of things that I missed, but nothing major. So that will all be coming in its own separate video for you, so don't worry about that. I wanted to quickly do a reading update with you because I've finished 3 things, I believe, since we last chatted. No, more than that. Okay, so first things first, I read Ladies on Top Volume 5. Loved it. Loved it so much. They only had 1 copy when we were out shopping at the Barnes, so I let Izzy buy it. I read it. Same thing is I did that also with I Can't Refuse S Volume 2 because I know I can pretty easily get those back home. So I Can't Refuse S2 was so good. I really like how it's ramping up now. You can definitely see he has a lot of feelings for her. You're starting to see that more, and we're very, very excited at the development here. So I'm down. I'm in for it. It's going to be really interesting to see how Volume 3 shakes out for me. It's only a 6-volume series. And with the trajectory that Ladies on Top is going, I'm hoping it's a similar kind of trajectory situation here. So very excited about that. So both of those were fantastic. The other volume of manga that I've read so far is Daisy Jealousy. So this one, I'll talk about a little bit in the haul that you'll see in future because that's coming up after this. But in this one, we're following 2 guys who meet in college. They both have, one guy just likes to do 3D modeling and is really good at it. And the other guy wants nothing more than to make video games. And he wants to be the best at it and he wants to thrive. Them working together as a duo works great because they both have different strengths. But one feels like they should be able to be better than the other. So there's a rivalry. That's the jealousy that we're talking about here. I think it's really well done. This is a ghost peen situation, even though it's sealed. So just so you're aware. But I really ended up enjoying this one. I think it's a good time. I think it's worth the purchase, honestly. This is one that I'll probably revisit again a few more times maybe before it leaves my collection, but this is one that I don't expect to leave my collection anytime soon. I'm just being realistic with my collection. So, really enjoyed Daisy Jealousy. If you love a good, slightly messy BL, then I think this is a good situation for you. And then the other 2 things I've read is we finished Rock Chick Reawakening, which is the novella for the live show. Again, details will be in the live. And we did finish Rock Chick, if I didn't tell you. We listened to that on the drive out and we finished it on the drive back. So Rock Chick is also done. So I would say a solid 4. It's very dated. Again, we'll talk about it more in the live show. That will be linked in the corner. The other thing is I did go ahead and finish Lucky Bounce. This is a Harlequin hockey romance that I had as an arc. And this one was just fine. The hardest thing for me with this one is it was dual POV, but the POVs sounded very similar as I was reading it. Like, you had to really know the cues before you could kind of figure it out. It took me about a quarter of the book to figure out I was in dual POV. Just because I don't know if I was just dumb about it, but it was kind of confusing for me. So a lot of that could have easily been cleared up by like saying at the top of the chapter whose perspective we were in. That would be an easy thing to change in an edit, or to have the voices sound a little more different from each other because they did sound very similar. So it wasn't bad. The concept was fine. You have a single dad hockey player, and he ends up having a thing with the daughter's teacher at a private school. So again, it wasn't bad. It was great. It was fine. But yeah, solid 3 just because I did get confused. So I think that's it for now. I think my physical that I'm going to be reading for the next little while is going to be Tie Me Down by Melanie Harlow. I picked this one up at Joseph Beth while we were here. So this is the one of all the books that I've picked up that I'm most interested in right now. So, and then ebook wise, I'm reading Between the Vines or Behind the Vines. I can't remember. But this is a KU romance in which we're dealing with a former war vet and a woman who has worked at another winery for years but wants to start her own. And so she buys this land that's already farmland. And so, yeah. The plot's thickening there. I'm about 10% in and really enjoying it. So those are going to kind of be my reading things for the next couple of days because tomorrow's travel day. I leave super early. I might do one more clip tonight. So we've got a couple more episodes of Ted to go watch. So I'm going to watch those. And then we might watch some more One Piece tonight. We're going to cook in. Like, we're just going to be chill the rest of the day. I'm also doing my laundry because Izzy is kind enough to let me do a load of laundry while I'm here. And then I'm just going to work on getting everything packed up. So I might not do a full update till I'm home.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free with me.
Hello. Whoa. Start with myself. So, hello. I am home. Safe and sound. It's actually now the 25th. I got home yesterday. And the trip was lovely. I had the best time. Thanks again to Mae and Izzy for hosting me and letting me just enjoy their lovely company. And thanks again to Bazaar for coming out and hanging out with us for a while. As you saw in the vlog, we ended up eating together, going to the Books A Million, and spending time at McKay's together. I didn't vlog a lot of that just because I wanted to enjoy my time with them. So I didn't vlog a whole ton. And this trip was more about just catching up with people and meeting Katee Robert than anything. So that was lovely. As you saw, I handed off a couple little photos to them, and they were so excited about it. It was very sweet, and I really just enjoyed my time meeting them. If they're ever near me again or I'm near them, I will definitely go out of my way to say hello. One thing that bothered me about the event was a lot of people, when they were posing with pictures for pictures with Katee, they took off their mask. The whole point of asking to be masked is so to protect Katee. So if you attend one of those events in future, please don't take off your mask when you're taking your photo with the author. It's okay if you're masked. You know it's you. You know it's them. That's all that really matters. I left my mask on for my photo just because I feel like that was appropriate. So, but thanks again to the amazing friends I got to meet up with. I found out there's another friend that's in easy driving distance of where I was. So the next time I'm out, I will meet up with them. And it really was just a lovely time. And my flight home was pretty good. I didn't get so lucky as I did on the flight out. I was next to a married couple. So the row was a little tight, but it was fine. My mom picked me up from the airport. Hubs had some deadlines going on at work right now, so they couldn't pick me up. My mom loves airports, so she came and picked me up, and I love that. I love that we got a little time together, and it was good. I love my mom. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching this over hour long vlog. I appreciate you for being here. If you are here just because you love me, leave an airplane emoji. If you made it to the end, add a heart to it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.